with us.
We love you so much.
I love you, Mitch.
We know you're here.
I was taught if we're born with love, then life is about choosing the right place to put it. People talk about that a lot, feeling right. When it feels right, it's easy. But I'm not sure that's true. It takes strength to know what's right. And love isn't something that weak people do. Being a romantic takes a hell of a lot of hope. I think what they mean is when you find someone that you love, it feels like hope. And I feel very hopeful today, seeing you both.
So wonderful to be here today celebrating such a joyous occasion, the opening night of the 2024 Olympics. I'm just joking. Sara's heart is ferocious in its loving and generous nature, and being her friend feels like a warm cup of coffee on a rainy Seattle morning. Like any protective best friend, when Sara first told me about Brennan, I knew just how high of a bar he'd have to reach to match how wonderful she is and treat her the way that she deserves. And today I can finally tell him, Brennan, you didn't just pass the bar, you raised it. Proof of us all being here, Brennan is Sara's missing puzzle piece. He's the sweet to her savory. He's the I'll listen to her constant stories. He's the let me speed down a ski mountain to her cautious, slower pace. But yet he exudes the same kindness and love that Sara does and matches her intensity. They have built such a beautiful life together these past few years, and their relationship really exemplifies how the right person can bring out the best versions of yourself. I cannot wait to watch your relationship to continue to flourish in this next phase of life, and I'm so honored to be a part of your journey.
Sara has not only been there for so many of my big days, but she was usually the reason for them. Sara was the person who helped me get my first girlfriend. Sara threw a surprise birthday party for me where I met some of my best friends. You wrote all my college applications for me and my college essays. I didn't do anything at all. So it's really safe to say that I don't know what my life would look like if it wasn't for you. I really can't think of somebody better to take care of somebody who means so much to me than this guy. I could see it from the first time you met him. But truly, thank you so much. I can't express the peace of mind you give me, knowing that you're the person with her every day, taking care of her.
Little did I know that Brennan's random Facebook posts, later discovered by our friend Pranav, would lead me to meet my closest friends and would indirectly lead to this beautiful relationship we're celebrating today. Brennan, you're one of my biggest inspirations. Oftentimes when I'm facing a problem with Haven, I ask myself, what would Brennan do? And more often than not, it was the right decision to make. And Sara, I think the biggest lesson I've learned from you is to really be present in the moment, because that's where life happens.
Sara, I am so incredibly grateful to be standing here with you in front of the house that I grew up in, celebrating our love with so many of the most important people in our lives. although it's taken me almost 3 years to marry you, it did not take me nearly that long to know that you were the person that I wanted to spend my life with. In fact, I am certain that a part of me knew from the moment that we first met. Later that night, I was at the Phillies game and I was waiting in line to get food, and I just had this vivid image of standing right there at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia with you, the person I had just met for the first time a few hours earlier. Now, I will admit, at the time it did feel a little bit creepy, or at the very least ambitious, but I have always been a dreamer, and all it took was that one Zoom call for me to start dreaming of a future with you.
I often think to myself how many things had to go right in this universe and in our shared lifetimes for us to have even ever met. My birthday is November 1st, 1998, and yours November 2nd, 1998. My dad was born here and raised in Philadelphia, a place I'd never been before, and you here in Wilmington. My dad was offered to pitch for the Phillies, your favorite team, but his dad said, go to college. I wouldn't exist if he hadn't gone to college. Yet, you and I wouldn't likely be together had either of us stayed in college. My dad was a Jewish Quaker, your dad Jewish, your mother raised Quaker. To quote the iconic film, Sleepless in Seattle, it was a million tiny little things, and when you add them all up, it just meant that we were supposed to be together. We stand here auspiciously exactly a month before your parents' wedding anniversary, and exactly a month after what would have been my dad's birthday. I'm so sure of the man that you are, and I know you'll make the perfect father to our kids one day. I can't imagine a more perfect person to build a home with. Brennan Henry Brophy Stark, you are the most beautiful person I've ever met in my entire life.
Sara, I had some pretty big dreams as a kid, but life with you, this life that we have built together, it is truly better than anything I ever dreamed of. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world. You've made me happier than I knew was possible, and I'm so excited to spend the rest of my life with you.
Something to look forward to. I want to look forward to the end of all of our good days, our bad days, and all of the days with you. I only ever have to spend one day on this earth for you, and my biggest hope is to never spend another day without you.